Tonight's show had a pretty good match, a nice overarching story, a possible injury, it's hopefully not too serious, and the rest was honestly a bit of a mixed bag. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE NXT, and I've realized this with the 2-hour format for NXT. Some weeks are pretty damn good, even with a few things that are just kind of there. And then there's weeks like this, that are all over the goddamn place. It'll go from good to what the fuck is going on, and some stuff will just fucking happen, and the high-level work is there, but some of the feuds I just don't care about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So Joe comes down, tick-tock, tick-tock. Guess who's come to smash your clock? Well, Jeff Hardy kind of already did that on Raw, but he's calling out Karrion Kross. And then Regal cuts him off and says, well, hey, we can argue about semantics, Joe says, but you know what? He put his hands on me. I may have been a referee, but I don't care. I'm here to destroy him. And, Joe basically says, you know, I'm done with this. I'm absolutely done with this. He can't do this to me. And it makes sense. You know, they're building this whole thing of him not being medically cleared and him supposed to be the bodyguard. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And he's supposed to help Regal enforce NXT. We found out that doesn't really work all that well later. Regal says, when he gets here, you will solve this peacefully. Joe says, I promise you that this will end tonight, but it won't be peacefully. Okay. And then they build on that for the rest of the show. Zaya says she will do to Raquel what she did to Mercedes, which actually kind of gets reversed a little bit later, if you'll see what I did there. Fish and Kushida attack Strong and Russ during the entrance, and we go to a break, and it's a tag match. It's not that the talent in Diamond Mine isn't there. I'm done with all these stables, and I will say that again during this review, because there's one particular stable battle I do not give a fucking shit about, and you can probably figure out which one that is. The action was good. It's just, I ultimately didn't care. There were some good strikes and submissions, and I don't know why this went through another break. I think that they were really trying to make things run long because they didn't have a lot for this show outside of one match in the middle of the show. Kushida gets a hot tag and gets a hoverboard lock on Rust for the win. All right, that was fine. It figures that Rust would be the one to take the pin, or take the fall at least. And then Grimes and Knight arrive, and well, Grimes has a story about carrying bags, and then Drake Maverick, the good Drake that they kept in NXT after they got the bad Drake the fuck out of there, and hopefully that dumb motherfucker is not allowed in any reputable wrestling company ever fucking again. He argues with Knight, and they're going to make an impact in the ring later. So then TakeOver 36 is going to be happening on Sunday, August 22nd. And if I'm right, I think the SummerSlam is the night before. So that's going to be interesting. The big pay-per-view is on before the TakeOver. I wonder where TakeOver 36 is going to end up. Possibly in Vegas? Who knows? So Odyssey Jones has a little video package. He is ready to break out of this tournament. Good wordplay there. Joe is waiting for Cross at the entrance. Oh no, here's Joe. He's not going to let this go. Really struggled with that rhyme right there. And Frankie Monet with Jesse Kamea took on JC Jane. I missed the graphic because I was writing shit down and it was so goddamn quick. So Robert Stone shows up to basically, you know, encourage Frankie. JC got in a few good shots, actually. She has a good look, and I'd like to see what else she could do. But I like Frankie Monet. I got to meet her at my first ever indie show. Sweet as hell. Really talented. Got to see her as Taya Valkyrie, obviously, and she has achieved a lot and is doing really well with this gimmick in NXT. So she does eventually see Mandy show up. Mandy just lays around the goddamn announcer's table for whatever reason. I don't know why Mandy's suddenly there, but it is what it is. Wade is trying to give Mandy his phone number. Fine, whatever. Glam Slam 1, 2, 3. And I don't know what the end game is here. Who knows? Maybe it's to get Beth back in the ring to team up with Frankie, and then they eventually feud. So we get Gargano basically telling Mackenzie he did not take the loss to Cross very well. And then O'Reilly shows up and basically wants to face Theory, and Theory says, wait, you want to face me? And I said, oh, you are thick. Well then, O'Reilly. No, he's talking about how stupid he is. And it's kind of obvious that Theory isn't exactly very intelligent. So then next week, and the following week, NXT is on Sci-Fi. Set your DVRs accordingly. Well, we have the zombies come back, not the ECW zombie, because unfortunately that guy passed away. Well, the Army of the Dead zombies come back. God, that was so well fucking received. Army of the Dead was a shit movie, by the way. So Wade interviews Bronson Reed, who's going to take down Adam Cole, baby. O'Reilly versus Theory. Well wrestled. Very good shit. Very good stuff. This is the kind of action I want to see, and I know you can't just build everything around work rate. That is, you need characters and stuff like that, but this was high-level work. Good shit. Theory got some shots in. O'Reilly got the ankle lock on. And, there was more good action and everything, but he kept zoning in on that goddamn ankle. O'Reilly's in the zone. Great. They're trying to make him like Ken Shamrock. And I like Ken Shamrock, but I'm just saying that's instantly what the line reminded me of. He hits a knee out the top and gets the heel hook for the win. Doesn't let it go because he's in the zone. But this is good stuff. Very well wrestled. It was a nice win for O'Reilly and nice to see him and Theory work a good match together. So Raquel says she will destroy Xia tonight. In more ways than one. Legado musical did not happen because Santos Escobar woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or he realized the Hit Row stuff was such goddamn motherfucking shit. He's like, I can't salvage this. I'm not going to have these mariachi players do this. It's like, well, you all don't deserve to see this or whatever. I'm tired of dealing with you people. What do you mean, you people? Says he's going to take the title, the North American Championship, away from Swerve, who I like. Swerve versus Escobar would be a very good match. They've had good matches before. Guess what? This isn't good because Hit Row is absolutely motherfucking bullshit. I can't stand this group. I'm not too fond of Legado del Fantasma, but at least they feel like a stable. Hit Row it's just a bunch of annoying caricatures that, I'm sorry, don't appeal to me. I like Swerve. I don't give a shit about anybody else. And they say a bunch of stuff. I don't care. It's gang warfare. It's Los Boricuas versus Nation of Domination, apparently. Because they didn't want to have a biker group because nobody wants to remember DOA because nobody liked DOA. I don't even think anybody in DOA liked DOA. So maybe if the Arian Harris brothers weren't in there, I would have liked them more. So they tease a guitar shot or whatever, and Escobar's like, don't you hit my boy, don't you hit my boy. And Swerve hits Wild with the guitar, draws a dime, unlike Jeff Jarrett, who broke 6,000 guitars and never drew a dime. And then argue while Indy basically said, because her mind's on Dexter, she says, you should stop picking on Austin. If he wants to kiss Dexter, let him kiss Dexter because she's got Dexter on the mind. And then Theory just leaves eventually, and I don't know why this is happening. I guess the way is imploding. That's the way to breaking up this group. I don't really care. Joe's still waiting for Cross. Odyssey Jones versus Andre Chase. At one point, there was a bad landing on a dive that could have been a whole lot worse. Hopefully, Andre's all right. Odyssey Jones is a beast. Jones did chop him down, did hit a nice moonsault for 2, knocking Jones down. But eventually, there's a variation of the Bubba Slam, 1, 2, 3. Odyssey Jones advances in the breakout tournament. This is the first time I've seen Odyssey Jones. Apparently, he wrestled in 205 Live, which explains why I did not see him. And good for him. He has a good look. He can move that frame around really goddamn well, and he can connect with the crowd. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Keith Lee team up as a powerhouse tag team down the road. So, we get Donna Lorcan challenging Ciampa and Thatcher. As you can tell by me rushing through this review, there isn't a whole lot to this show. Night with Grimes versus Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick. And they're making an impact as the crowd cheers for Grimes. And he's holding up the $1 Million Championship. And, well, basically an accidental shot to the head because, Grimes was not holding up the championship and Knight makes him do that. And Drake runs Knight into that, and on accident, he hits the title. Most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. And then Grimes stops the beatdown. But Knight says, you're my butler. You're going to hit him. He doesn't want to. He eventually hits Drake. And, they're building to when he turns and wins the $1 Million Championship. The $1 Million Championship might as well be the FTW Championship in AEW. Doesn't mean shit. Is it a building block for a storyline? Sure. Are Knight and Grimes doing the best they can? Sure. I don't necessarily care about this feud, but I appreciate what they're trying to do. And then Joe ends up attacking a driver, and the driver says, no, Cross is in there. Why are you beating me up? Because he was a bald white guy. Oh, I see, Joe. All bald white guys look alike to you. So Xia took on Raquel with Dakota, her nice pink streak streaking across the goddamn ring, and it's the NXT Women's Championship. It had a decent fight feel. Xia kept chopping Raquel down and, focused on the knee. Slammed it into the post, slammed her into the steps, and then during the break was violently scissoring her, which is something I love seeing. I never thought I would get the chance to see a thick Chinese woman violently scissor a Hispanic Amazon on camera. Again, always delete your search history, and then eventually, while Raquel can't keep Xia down, she eventually does by hitting a twisting splash variation, landing right on her goddamn chest and ribs, and I think she knocked the wind out of her. Hopefully that's all she did. But you ever get the wind knocked out of you, it can feel like you're just not doing well. So, was the ref going to stop it? No. Zaya said eventually she could continue after getting checked on by the staff. 1 arm bomb, 1, 2, 3. There you go. And because they had literally no time left, because they let a couple matches go way too long, they had Joe come out. Oh, Karrion Kross, come out and play. He's calling him out and everything, saying, oh, I'm going to beat you up. And then Kross is on the screen. This is my world now. This means I can go anywhere I want. And yeah, lose to Jeff Hardy in 2 goddamn minutes. And Kross is just going to get destroyed on the main roster. This is basically just his way of finally dropping the championship to somebody. But Regal is laid out. And okay, he pretty much just cemented the fact that he's going to have the title stripped from him because he assaulted the general manager. If that doesn't happen, what's the goddamn point? So anyway, yeah, a bit weird. Joe, shows up, he's screaming at Kross as he races off. And Regal's just laid out there like a piece of shit. So, all right. Anyway, that was the show. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rethlin. I'll see you soon.